Hello and welcome back to the NFL Fan Pub. My name's Sean Connors and we're going to be looking at quarterbacks and why do experts leave quarterbacks till last or near the end of their drafts? Why don't they put much emphasis in it? Well, I've been crunching the numbers to help people maybe who are a bit more experienced at drafting but want to know a little bit more detail. So does the stats back up the experts? To a degree it does, and we're going to look at this video in two parts. This is the intro bit, and later on in the year, just before we start the fantasy season, I'll come back and look at something a bit more interesting as well about the stats. But I'm going to start this way. If you examine the stats over the last 4 years for quarterbacks and you break it down and look at the averages, and this is in standard scoring, we're not giving the quarterback any special benefits or anything for 300-yard games, we're just looking at standard scoring across the board that the NFL.com site or ESPN will give. The average quarterback that finished 10th finished with 264.31 fantasy points over that 4-year span. There are no outliers in that. So what I mean by this is that generally, most of the time, the quarterback numbers back up the top 10 position quite well. They back it up very neatly. Occasionally, back in 2014, 2015, the quarterback numbers finishing 10th were 344. As you go back a bit, the numbers seem to be a little higher. So as you look at the numbers and you start examining them, you think, oh, they were higher a few years ago. Why is that? Well, I think what happened was a few years ago, quarterbacks were more drilled into one or two receivers. The league has changed in the last few years. It's become much more spread. The ball is more spread. The plays are spread not for the big plays. It's spread to drive the ball down the field, control the clock. And by definition, by controlling the clock and driving the ball in, what you tend to do or what you tend to find is that there is less overall offensive plays throughout the game. So it's all about control. And that's what passing can give you. But what this tells you is when you look at, say, the 20th best quarterback in the league, the average is 251. So the difference between the 20th best and the 10th best is literally what? 14 points, 13 points, fantasy-wise. So it's less than one a week. So actually, I could sit and wait on a quarterback right the way through to almost the last pick, take a punt maybe on a couple of guys, and maybe one of them will give me top 10 numbers, at which point I haven't lost a thing by taking them that late. That is why people take quarterbacks late, because they don't have to reach up for them. So that's really all I wanted to talk about in this video. So that's all I'm going to say on this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Please, as always, like, subscribe and comment, and join us for the next video in this small strategy series. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.